Hello everyone and welcome back to more from the Sable Eyes. I'm here this afternoon with Jordan Palmer. How's it going, Jordan?
Very well, thank you, Mitch.
That's good, mate. And we are going to run through some of the lists from the top 8 of our recent Perth Regionals that happened over the weekend. If you're interested in the content and you like what you see, then feel free to like, comment, subscribe, ring any of the bells that you see on the page. Anything that you need to do to make yourself feel good. It's YouTube, you know, so live your life. Live a little. It's going to be fine. Today, we're going to run through 4 lists. We're going to look at first and second placed, which was Henry Brand and Brent Tonneson, which is both Zoroark Lycanroc variants. So we're going to have a bit of a look at those two. And then we're going to have a look at a PikaZek list and an Ultra Necrozma one as well, which Jordan actually took to top 8. So enjoy. We're not going to go through every single card, but just some of the interesting ones. And then we'll have a couple of games at the end just to show them off. What do you reckon, Jordan?
Sounds good to me.
Beautiful. Alright, so we're going to start off over here. This is our first placed list, which is obviously Zoroark Lycanroc that Henry had taken to Melbourne International Championships and done quite well with. Got a top 8 position there. Can't complain about that in one of the highest profile tournaments of the year. And he's obviously played quite a lot, Jordan.
Yeah, especially since he just came off with the top 8 placing at the Oceania IC with very similar list to this one.
And he's practiced with this one. He's obviously quite good with it, and you know, winning a regional, even though it's an Australian one, which is a little bit smaller, is still no mean feat. Some interesting inclusions from Henry that we're going to see different in Brent's list coming up. Obviously, we've got a resource management Oranguru in this list, obviously to help you with those kind of awkward matchups where people are trying to discard your energy and annoy you. Not so much of a big deal, but there were a couple around from memory, Jordan, and in Perth.
Yeah, I actually played against Henry in top 8. He was my horse in top cut, and the Oranguru was actually an attacker that he used against me against my Ultra Necrozma. He would use a choice band to do 90 damage and then try and finish it up on the next turn using either Giratina or Kukui. So yeah, he had some pretty interesting strategies to approach this matchup.
There you go, not just for putting cards back in when you're playing against Stall. He also included, which is quite interesting, he's got a copy of the Twilight Eyes Lycanroc GX to discard energy, which I imagine would have been a bit of a pain for Ultra Necrozma as well, Jordan.
Yeah, he did get the Twilight Eyes to discard my Beast Energy in one of the games, and in general though, the Lycanroc is one of the cards that I really found very strong in my testing. I remember when we were testing for the Oceania event, we found that it was very strong having a 1 energy attacker that can take out a PikaZek with the GX attack.
Yep, Splintered Shards GX obviously doing 30 for each energy in your opponent's discard, and that adds up pretty quickly, especially when you're discarding them yourself. Apart from that, the list is pretty generic. He's got the Giratina in there as well for Distortion Door to help out in a myriad of situations. Jordan, I know that he told you that it works pretty much everywhere, and it worked against you to knock out an Ultra Necrozma as well in that top 8 matches, as far as I'm aware. Worked reasonably well.
Yeah, it seems like Henry's always able to make that card work just to finish off his numbers. But overall, yeah, the list is very consistent. Probably the main difference being that he's gone for the Elm structure over the more common Lily structure that we'll see in just a minute. But I'm a big fan of this build. It has a lot more space to play around with, not having to run cards like Nest Ball.
Yeah, one of the big pros for having Professor Realm is that, obviously, all of the extra space that Henry has for those kind of tech cards, Oranguru, Giratina, he's got a couple of Ball Search, he's got some more supporters, there's a Kukui in here, he's got all sorts of stuff going on that a Lily build just wouldn't be able to fit. So, definitely a worthwhile play, and hey, it paid off for him in the end. He ended up winning the whole thing, so you can't complain about that, can you?
No, not at all.
Going through now, this is the second place list. Brent played Zoroark as well, but he played with Lycanroc and Lucario. So you would think that Lucario would have a reasonably good matchup in the mirror, Jordan, but obviously things didn't go quite Brent's way in that final.
Yeah. I'm not too familiar with exactly what happened in that game, but I did hear that Brent's draws weren't exactly optimal, and obviously Henry's a good player. He would have been able to find a way to get around the slightly unfavored matchup. But
of course,
in general, the list being the Lily build does mean that you're a bit more hit and miss with your opening turns. You're not always going to get what you need off of the Lily, whereas Elm, you know what you're getting every time.
Yeah, one of the things that's interesting, obviously playing the Lily build instead of the Professor Realm, but he's gone for 2 copies of Brooklet Hill because he's got to search out those Riolo, and Rockruff is giving himself the extra chance to get those basics onto the field. And he also plays a copy of Flying Flip Tapu Koko as well, just to smooth out some numbers, which is quite nice. But yeah, all playing 4 Nest Ball, 3 Pokecoms, 4 Ultra Ball. It seems relatively consistent.
Yeah, I'd say so. And another note on that Tapu Koko, because Brent isn't playing because Brent's not playing the damage multipliers like the Giratina or Devoured Field or Kukui, he can kind of make up for all of those inclusions by using some tricky flying flips here and there to kind of put the numbers back into his favour.
Yeah, just to give himself a turn where he's setting himself up for the victory down the track, which is quite cool. Moving quickly along onto our 4th place list. This is Colin Tang's list. Zapdos, Jirachi, electric attackers. We're coming to see quite a lot of this in the meta at the moment. Whether you're seeing like a heavier Zapdos version or a heavier PikaZek version, normally these lists are pretty similar. And there were 3 in the top 8 in Perth, which is quite interesting. And it's funny because when you look at them on Limitless, it says Colin Tang's list, which we're looking at right now. This is a Zapdos list according to Limitless, and then there's 2 PikaZek lists, including a PikaZek Zapdos list, which is actually only 1 or 2 cards different. The big difference between this one and the 6th place list from Luke Schmidt is that Luke has 2 PikaZeks and 2 Zapdos instead of 3 and 1. So it's starting to show how these lists are starting to really solidify and move themselves into a very, very consistent archetype. One interesting thing though, playing less draw supporters than usual with the 3 Volkner. I don't know about you, Jordan, but I always find that the heavy Volkner line tends to be a bit wasteful. I don't know whether it's just a personal thing that I'm doing.
It really depends. I kind of see the merit to playing Volkner in lists like this, because since you're not going all in on PikaZek Zapdos, you're not playing super high counts of cards like Energy Switch, so being able to find those clutch cards at the right time when you already have the one of Pikachu or the one of Zoroark really helps you solidify those turns that would usually be quite hard to lily into.
And one of the other interesting things about this list as well is that there's a low Jirachi count. I don't know if I've ever seen a list that's supposed to be a Zapdos list that's had as few Jirachis as this, but obviously it's running a very thin line of pretty much everything. I would hate to write this deck list at a tournament. The amount of 1-ofs that he's got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like heaps of them. It's too many. Need an extra piece of paper. I would hate that. But anyway, let's moving on from my own personal preferences into our homeboy from the Sableyes, his Ultra Necrozma list. Jordan, how do you feel about playing this one?
Well, it's very similar to the list that I think both you and I played at the International Championship. I actually only changed 1 card from that tournament.
Yeah, I'm spotting it. It's this Deoxys, right?
Yeah, and that card was one of the MVPs for sure over this weekend. It was so strong in a lot of different matchups, but the main reason for adding it was to kind of counteract that Zapdos Jirachi deck that did so well at the IC. Having an attacker which doesn't put damage on your board is really important, because against Zapdos, no matter where you put the damage, you're either setting yourself up to be knocked out by a Jolteon on the bench, or you're just making it easier for them to KO you by not needing to hit as many Electro Powers. So
yeah, it's always...
Deoxys is always 2 Electro Powers needed to take that out in 1 hit.
It's always relevant as well. And, of course, when you come up against those slightly lower tier decks, like your... like, I don't know, like there was some Buzzwole stuff floating around in Perth, there was some spread stuff. Power Blast is a pretty good attack.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I actually played against 2 spread decks in Swiss at Perth Regionals, 2 high Tapu Koko Flying Flip decks where using Giratina throughout the whole game can very quickly stack up. Having Deoxys made it a lot harder for my spread opponents to kind of deal with the damage I was doing.
And you didn't find the lower count of Viridian Forest, you didn't find that to be damaging to your chances? Didn't miss any energy on any clutch turns, Jordan?
I mean, the biggest problem to cutting the Viridian Forest is that it kind of lowers your chances of getting it in the first turn. It is one of your best early consistency cards for making sure you get a turn 2 attack off. But overall, I found that there's a lot more decks these days playing Viridian City than there were at the IC. At the IC, it was pretty much just Malamar going into the event, but then we found out that some Zoroark players were playing it and some Zapdos players were playing it, so I felt less pressure that I needed to win a stadium more consistently.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, that's a quick look over a few of these lists. There's obviously more up. We used we used our own resources, obviously, because Jordan hasn't put his list up on Limitless yet. But we've used Limitless to find out some of the other lists, especially the Zapdos list from Colin Tang. So feel free to go and check him out there. But tell you what, Jordan, how about we have a couple of games?
Sounds good to me.
No worries. Well, I'll quickly send you a little invite. Now, I'm going to play Brent's list, second place.
Yep, and I'll be playing Henry Brand's first place list, so we'll be replaying the final match.
Yep, and we'll see how it goes. Now, obviously, Brent ended up losing in that final, but I feel like really should have the benefit of luck here. With the extra fighting options we have to take out Zoroarks from Brent's list, I'm presuming he must have just drawn very poorly.
Yeah, I do feel like Brent's list did have a slight advantage in this matchup, but at the same time, I think that the coin flip is historically always a big deal.
Oh,
in
of
Zoroark
course,
players.
yeah, it's a massive deal, and I can't even remember who won the coin flip here. Who was it?
Luckily for me, it wasn't you.
Ah, nuts. Okay, well I probably should have done some more stuff there, but it's fine.
And just like when Henry played against me in top 8, where he opened Elm 3 out of 3 games, I am lucky enough to have actually 2 Elms in my opening hand, funnily enough.
Oh, well, you can't complain about that.
No, not at all.
Now, this is always an interesting one because it's so critical whether you get that energy or not turn 1. And I feel like, Jordan, if you attach a fighting energy to this Rockruff, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, I don't have a fighting energy. I do have a DCE, so I think it's still worth doing.
It's still definitely worth doing it.
It doesn't feel quite as good.
No. Alrighty. Well, I'm a lucky boy in that I have Tapu Lele, so I can at least get myself a Lily.
You should have just had the Lily.
I should have just had it, you're right. I don't know why I didn't just have it. Seems like a
that's
misplay.
what I did.
It seems like a real misplay to me. I'm going to get rid of this Grimer. I don't think that it's going to be relevant.
It's funny that we say that, but it actually is a pretty big deal because Henry's list is the one playing Kukui, so having Lele on the bench could actually be the deciding factor.
I don't want to hear that. I don't like the sound of that. It's upsetting. Alright, now I'm going to chuck down... What am I going to get here? Ooh.
This looks like it worked out pretty well for you overall.
It's gone fine, but now I'm a little bit... I'm torn. Nothing's fine. I'm torn. I'm all out of faith.
Uh-oh.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play down a Rockruff. I'm going to have a second one. Because I feel like you just want to kill me. So... do they call me Gambler? Yeah, no, I should probably attach this as well. You did, so I should.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Hopefully I don't get punished for it. I mean, I went first, so it's my own fault. Oh, well, you went first, so it's my own fault.
Alright, it's going to be a little tough. I think I have to get Lele here on this second turn, but it's not too big a deal. I'm just going to need to draw relatively well off of an upcoming Cynthia.
Well, at least you have a draw supporter in your hand.
Yes, that is true.
So you can't complain about that.
I'm going to be asking for a Lycanroc and a double Colossus if I want to have the perfect turn here. But I'll honestly be happy with just a double Colossus at this point.
Listen, either of those things are perfectly fine.
I was one card off of being able to activate Mallow, which would have been great.
Oh.
But the double Ultra Ball meant that I just didn't have quite enough cards to pull off everything.
Jeez, that's no good.
And so that's fine. I get to see 8 cards off this Cynthia Posh trade, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you can't complain about that, can you?
Turns out I get to see 10 cards, actually.
Oh, we're trading again. Let's go. Here we go. Chickadee trade.
I'm trying to think if this Ditto needs to be anything spicy, or if I can probably even just turn it into a third Zoroark. I reckon that sounds like it might be the play.
Third Zoroark, that seems reasonable. I mean, the only thing in my list that you're going to be turning off, Tapu Lele and Ditto Prism itself. So
yeah, I'm not too concerned about needing the Muck. I don't think that's a huge deal. We'll see what happens. I'm still hunting for the double call, so that's the hard part here.
Yeah, you've still got to get the energy to attack with.
I've got energy. I don't have the right energy, but I do have energy. Well, it looks like we're going to be playing down this third Zoroark after all.
Let's get on the hunt. Here we go.
We'll see what happens.
This is going to put me in a real awkward position.
So we haven't got the double colorless, which is concerning.
Hmm.
But I've at least got something that's okay.
So I've at least got something?
I can at least get a Lycanroc into play, so it makes it slightly harder for you to kill it. It means you have to get your...
Well, it means I need Lycanroc, Energy Guzma to kill the Lycanroc.
So, I'm going to make it a little harder and bring up your Lele as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
We'll see how that works out.
Okay, top deck the fighting energy, please. Dang. Okay. What are we going to do? We are going to go like this. I'm not going to go behind. I refuse to go behind.
That's a pretty good card use for away. In fact, that's two pretty good card use for away.
Yeah. This is a terrible decision, but I'm doing it.
You're just trying to get the nuts this time?
Yep.
How did that work out for you?
I didn't get it! Oh no! Oh. That's alright. It's fine. Oh boy. This isn't fine. This is really bad.
I hope you didn't go all in on that play.
I went 100% all in. I shouldn't have done it. It was a bad move.
It's a bit of a problem, especially since you're probably going to need that counter game now.
I don't like the fact that you said that. Actually, here we go.
Oh, here's some spice.
There you go. It's your turn.
Bringing my Lycanroc into the active.
Yes.
Not nice. Not nice at all.
Because now you're gonna find it harder to Guzma my thing that can kill your thing. So
Yep.
we'll
I'd rather you didn't do that.
We'll hope for the best. You know, it's gonna be fine. I'm not concerned. It's not like you've got 3 trades.
Yeah, we'll see what we get, but that certainly was an annoying play. Hopefully I can get around it. I think I might be able to.
Well, I mean, it's only a Guzma and a retreat option. You don't even you don't even need to attack with your Lycanroc. You can just energy drive with Tapu Lele if you want to.
Yeah, I'm just looking for any energy at this point.
Mm.
I can thin a couple cards out with this potentially. Oh yes, I can definitely thin a couple cards out with this.
Oh boy.
Do that.
Jordan, please, there are children watching.
I do have access to Mallow on this turn. If I choose to use Mallow with my third trade, I could get.
You just guarantee everything.
I could. Well, the problem is that I would be
You'd lose
losing access to Guzma.
Yeah, you'd lose the Rockruff knockout.
I don't think that's going to be the play. I think I'm just going to trade into an energy right now.
Do you seriously not have an energy?
Not yet. Not yet. Oh, that's a problem. I did not get one. Alright, let's see. What am I going to do now?
What is going on? I'm very concerned about this.
I think that I'm going to get rogued, which is problematic. So now I need to try and set up a return rogue.
A return rogue.
So I still need to draw an energy this turn. It's not going to be with a Guzma, but I still need to draw an energy this turn. Problem is, I don't really want to judge because your hand seems subpar.
Well, it's two cards. I mean, they could be good.
My only other outlet is actually just to play Kikui. But honestly, Kikui is not that much less likely to get than judges. So I think Kikui's gonna get what I need.
All right.
I think I might just attack actually.
Oh, all right, fair enough. You're just gonna attack with it.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, fair enough, no worries.
Apparently the player with 1 Zoroark is going to get the first row.
This is so stupid. If this works out for me, I do not deserve this.
I feel like you're not holding energy like enough. I feel like...
I just top decked an energy. Don't tell me what I'm holding. Alright? It's just the wrong type.
Oh, that's fine then.
Thank goodness. Alright, we're away. We're doing things.
Oh gosh. I'm upset.
I'm gonna grab myself a Riolu because I feel like this is gonna become important. I'm putting
White
down the
Lycanroc.
I'm putting down the rainbow. I'm bringing out the Lycanroc. Look at this. I don't want to switch. Don't make that mistake. Rogue. Alright.
This has gotten pretty spicy all of a sudden.
What did I tell you, Jordan? I'm not going behind. I didn't.
Alright.
I don't deserve this.
It's fine, it's fine. Let's see, what do I need? What's in deck with booklet? Let's have a look. Okay, that's fine. The cards I need are in deck.
Sure. Well, I'd imagine that they would be.
You never know, you never know.
Well, you're drawing 6 off of these trades.
I am. Good observation.
And you've got just over 50% more than that. Well, that's math. That maths is really bad. Don't just ignore that maths.
Well, here's the thing. I'm holding a mellow, so I'm not concerned about missing.
Oh, of course not.
I just need to not be done with mellow. And
Yeah, don't
just
do
grab
that.
the 2 cards I need.
Don't be dumb.
And then I just need to click trade, and all should be fine.
I would laugh if this didn't go as well as you hoped.
I have a feeling this is gonna
It's
go
gonna go
exactly
pretty well. It's
how
gonna
I'm
go pretty well, yeah.
So we've got a fighting energy, counter gain, and a Lycanroc.
Gee whiz.
Now imagine if I discarded that counter gain. That would have been terrible, wouldn't it?
It would have been, but, you know, I didn't go behind, so it wasn't a problem.
Good thing I didn't do that, isn't it?
I didn't go behind, Jordan. It wasn't a problem. Please
So
stop.
you're about to be behind right now.
Please.
Although, to be fair,
Please stop.
you've already broke.
I've already rogued, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Now the question is, do I gamble again? Yes, I do. It's an excellent point, Mitch.
It's somewhat been working for you so far.
Yep, that's what they call me, Gambler.
I have heard this.
I don't even know if I want to put down this Zoroark. I kind of want to... Do I just go for it and put down another Riolo and just hit you twice and win? I'm just going to do
That's
that.
not a bad option.
I'm just going to do that.
I don't think you've got any way of one-hit KOing this Lycanroc. And I also don't think that you've got much of a chance of not dealing with the Lycanroc. I don't think that's going to work out too well either.
It's okay. It's going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. Didn't go as well as I would have liked.
That's unfortunate.
So I'm just going to hard pass, and I'm going to hope for the best.
Oh gosh. Alright, so I've got the legendary quad Zoroark going now. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, that looks fine to me.
Because I feel like if I Claw Slash the Zoroark right now, I probably don't end up losing this game.
Well, there's no guarantees.
So let's see what 4 trades could get me with 14 cards in there. It's most of them.
I imagine you're probably fine. At this point, I think I've ridden my luck too hard. I've gambled everything 2 turns and missed, so...
This is true.
It's my own fault. I think now I'm playing for deck out.
Well, that's not a bad win condition. I mean, you're pretty close.
But it's not a good one either, is it? Like, really?
I mean, there is a little card called a Rangaroo, which I happen to be running, which could come up quite clutch.
It could.
Alright, I haven't actually hit the cards I need for the play I want to make this turn yet, which is funny.
That makes
I
me...
probably don't need to make the play I want to make this turn either.
Yeah, but it would be pretty cool.
Well, I didn't get it, unfortunately. I was hoping to get a switch so I could Guzma your...
So you could do the Guzma kill?
Zoroark. But that's okay. I can probably just knock out the active and hold a Guzma, because that will probably be good in the future.
Yeah, that seems fine. Like, I don't see any problems with that at all.
Let's do that.
That's alright. I'm just going to get what I wanted last turn. And it's going to be great. I'm going to really enjoy myself.
Have you answered your question of why Brent ended up losing this game yet?
Well, I mean, I don't know whether Brent is as hardcore gambling as I am. So, I'm not necessarily sure.
Well, here's what I've learned, is that Henry's list gets out 4 Zoroarks, and Brent's doesn't.
Yeah, but I don't know whether that's actually true, Jordan.
It seems pretty true to me.
Oops, I've just made a horrific misplay. That's okay. I'll just trade that Nestball away.
Oh, you don't need it.
That's fine. It's fine. It's not like I need to have 4 very specific cards come up here.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't like your chances even if you get them.
Oh, no, of course not. Alright, well, I'm just going to Field Blower this away. And good luck to you, sir.
Not my counter game.
Yep, it's gone.
Oh boy, and the detect.
And now you can't hit my Riolu. You cannot knock it out.
Oh no. Well, I think I'm just going to not do that anyway.
Okay, fair enough. That makes
Yeah. Catch an energy here.
Yep, this is starting to make a lot of sense.
Play a Goozy Boy on your Zoroark.
Fair enough, yeah.
I think that'll probably do it.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I did miss twice, so
yeah,
I didn't put myself in a great position to hit them. Like I was running some pretty high odds, but you know, I still missed.
The first few turns in this game were pretty funny, where I missed what I would have called quite a likely rogue on turn 2, or turn 3. I can't remember.
Whenever it was.
Sorry, then you hit it, but I had the return, which was much less likely.
Oh,
it was weird.
It was something else, is what that game was. And now
Yes.
I'm going to be playing the 4th place Pikachu Zekrom list, and Jordan's going to be playing his Ultra Necrozma list. And hopefully I can go 1-1 here, but you know, since you're watching from my perspective, you get to watch all the horrible plays that I make as I lose to one of the best players in Australia.
Well, this is actually a matchup. I didn't face Fallen specifically, but this is a matchup that it was my only loss in Swiss, and I drew quite poorly in this matchup, so I'm really excited to see how I would have gone potentially with a better game.
I've probably made the incorrect decision putting the Zapdos in the active there. Probably people yelling at me on the internet right now, but that's fine.
I mean, it's not usually the best opener, but depends on what else you've got to work with, I suppose. How'd you like that mulligan hand that I had just before?
I wasn't even looking at it. I didn't see it.
Well, there were 3 Cynthias and a Lily in there, plus a Guzma and some other cards.
Jeez. Oh, that one seems good.
Okay, so a bit of a weird opening.
Yeah, it was awkward. But I probably should have put the Zapdos on the bench just because I can attach to the Zeraora, discard an energy, and then Tapu Koko Prism. Now that I've seen it, I understand that it was a misplay, but that's fine.
No, I'm sure it'll be alright.
It's fine. What's the worst that can happen?
Nothing at all.
Because, I mean, I'm just going to Guzma into a Jirachi, into an escape board, into killing this boy anyway, so it's fine.
Seems like a solid play to me.
I'm ambitious, that's what I am.
I've got a decent turn 1, so as long as you do something, I think we'll be able to have a game.
Alright, well, let's have a game then. Please.
Sounds exciting.
Please, let's have a game.
Alright, I'll pass it over there.
Alright, here we go. Still asleep. Gotcha. Ooh. That actually is a Jirachi. I think that's the correct play.
I mean, unless both Jirachi are prize, because there are only 2 in the list.
So I can attach that there, and that there. And then I can Syntheon. Okay.
All you need is a switch.
Yep, I'm gonna have to get one of this Jirachi. Here we go.
I do believe that column plays a few less switch than a typical Zapdos Jirachi list in order to fit cards like Energy Switch, so it's not as likely as a straight Zapdos deck would be.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm probably gonna grab... Oh, what am I gonna get here? I'm probably gonna get... Oh, this is
like a tough decision.
It's not a tough decision. It's probably a very obvious decision. I think I'm just gonna get Volkner. That seems fine. Gonna back myself in.
Alright. Go past the Jirachi flips, and let's see what I get off of my Stellar Wish. Oh, that's a kind of cool card. I could get behind getting that.
I don't like that. I don't like you saying these things.
I'm gonna go pretty aggressive here, actually. It's not usually the the kind of game plan I would typically go for in this matchup, but I think when the opportunity presents itself, it's too good not to take.
Well, I don't like the direction that this is going. Yep, this seems like a big knockout this turn.
It's quite a sizable knockout, I would say.
This is going to be fine. This is going to be fine. I'm not upset. Yeah, they really should have got someone better than me to play this. This is, this doesn't look very good at all.
You're doing fine. I believe in you.
It's like, come on, kiddo, you'll be right. Alright, here we go.
I mean, the fact that I have a GX down means that you've got just as much of an opportunity to quickly turn the game back in your favour as well.
Yeah.
I'm certainly ahead at the moment, though.
What can I do? What can I do? How can I get this knockout on this Ultra Necrozma?
Well, that's an ambitious strategy for this turn.
It is. But I want to try.
I guess it's possible with all the PikaZek combo pieces in the deck somewhere. Or, just 4 Electric Power Zapdos would also do it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be that ambitious. Maybe I just take this. I Guzma out your Jirachi and kill that. I think that's probably a safer play. I wish I could just get a knockout on the Malamar though.
They're both annoying. Obviously, I'd rather keep the Malamars over the Jirachi, but
yeah, I think
certainly isn't bad.
Because I don't know if I can get the attack off. I can get the PikaZek attack off, but I can't get it off onto anything.
Right.
This is my issue at the moment.
And if you use PikaZek just to half hit an Ultra Necrozma, then it could hit you back pretty hard.
Yeah. And I mean, I can get the knockout with Tapu Koko GX.
Just using Sky High Claws.
But that's even harder. Yeah, that's even harder to come back from.
That would require Choice Band Electro Power.
Oh, I've got access to that. That's fine.
Okay, fair enough.
So I think that's probably worth doing, just because you still have to deal with the Absol problem.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get rid of the double energy to get myself got to do all these things in the right order. I've got to click and drag all of the stuff.
Yep, they use the terrible animation.
Then we're going to go like this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3.
I know you've got the Choice Band, so assuming you've got Electro Power as well. Oh, you got the Volkner still, of course. That will do it.
So that's 190. Problem though is that I don't really have another follow-up. You know what?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't really have a follow-up either.
There's nothing for you to do either, so at least it's kind of an awkward turn for both of us, and it could go the wrong way. Like we could both really cock this up, Jordan. Was what I'm saying.
Very much so. It's anyone's game right now.
This could be big trouble.
I'm not sure if I want to try and just keep the pace of the game going the way it has been and use another GX to try and take out this Koko, or if I'd rather just go to my normal strategy of chaining non-GX attackers into this. So I better make that decision pretty quickly. I could just play super safe though, which is what I kind of want to do.
Well, that's the difference between you and I, Jordan. Is that you play super safe and I play recklessly, and you often win tournaments and I very rarely do.
That's true.
So I mean,
the
what does that
safe play involves putting down a Tapu Lele, which I feel like gives you a good chance.
That's a gamble, yeah.
It is, yeah. It's safe in that it guarantees this turn is good, but a gamble in terms of I give you a chance to kind of run away with the game.
Yeah.
So I reckon I'm not going to do that.
No, fair enough.
I'm going to get rid of it instead. I don't want anything to do with it.
That's like, the more I think about this, the worse it gets. Goodbye, Tapu Lele.
If only Tapu Koko was weak to fighting, this knockout would be quite a lot easier to find. But it is not, so I've got to make this decision. Do I get GX or do I get non-GX? Let's go... Let's go non-GX, I think. Well, I don't know. No, I'm doing it. I'm going big.
Go big. Go big or go home, Jordan.
Slightly harder to pull off, but bigger reward. And I've got a draw supporter, so who knows what could happen.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be fine. You're one draw supporter better than I am right now.
Sounds good to me. And of course, I've still got access to Jirachi. All I need is a Metal Energy, which... Ah, how convenient. Those are cards that happen to be in my hand right now.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad to hear. I'm very happy for you, as a person.
Thank you.
I don't like the direction that this is going, but it's okay. We can work together.
This has been such a unique game, because I feel like in all the times I've played this matchup, it's never really gone to this GX trade this early. There's usually some more Zapdos versus Giratinas in the early game. But this has just been all out. Let's just win the game in like 3 turns.
We're just smacking at each other and hoping for the best.
I mean, it's been working well for us so far. Eventually one of us is going to screw it up, I'm sure.
I'm throwing it out there. It's probably going to be me. Well, here's the big problem: is that I need to get 130 again. So this turn, I'm looking for like Rescue Stretcher, Thunder Mountain, double Electro Power. Like, I'm looking for all sorts of stuff.
Or alternatively, you could also just use a non-GX to half hit it, and that's just as fine, realistically.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's not as fun, you know?
It's not as exciting, no.
We like smashing and bashing here in the Sableyes. That's what it's all about. Alright, what do we got? We got another escape board. Excellent. Well, I'm just gonna hang on to that. I'm not gonna irrationally attach it. Okay, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to go for a Tapu Lele because I can't just use a Volkner. Surely not. I mean, I could just use a Volkner.
It's not a bad card.
Yeah, let's just use a Volkner. What's the worst that can happen? Okay. What am I gonna do? 80, which means yeah, let's do this.
I'm a little worried. Should I be worried?
I probably wouldn't be that worried.
Alright.
Like, I mean, unless you're worried about 110.
I mean, that's not 190, so I think I'll be okay.
It's not 190, but it's equally not 80.
This is true. Alright. I wish I was holding my Acer right now. That would have been crushing for me.
You have no idea.
I would have had a good time, but I've got a plan.
Well, here's the thing. You can just switch and knock my Zapdos out and completely ruin my fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, an attacking move Deoxys is what I'm used to doing in this matchup, so we get to finally show off my secret strategy.
Yep, we're doing it at the very end of the game.
Yeah.
Instead of at the start, like it's supposed to be.
Ah, it's alright. Still works.
Oh, look at this guy. He's got the game wrapped up.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset about this. My hand, just for your reference, Jordan, is 2 escape boards and 3 lightning energy. It's been great.
Got a lot of options there.
Yep, 2 specifically.
Hey, I'll give you another option. You can get rid of one of those escape boards and get another energy for it now.
Oh, thank goodness. Whew. I was worried.
I actually missed the switch though, so I don't think I'm going to be able to take a knockout this time, which is quite unfortunate.
What do you mean? Oh, of course, Absol. I'm an idiot. It's my own Pokemon. Sure, I tricked you.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think, I mean, maybe what I could have done this turn instead was use Sky Scorching Light, but with no bench space, I would have had to set up the Tina for a future turn, which is a little awkward.
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of a chance to have a free turn here, and maybe.
Well, I mean, I get to maybe get a knockout. So.
Yeah, I mean, with the hand you described to me, it's possible to take a knockout.
Well, it's 100% possible. In fact, it's probable.
Yes. So let's see you do your best.
Ooh. I'm just going to attach that one there. And I'm going to retreat into the Zapdos. And I'm going to Thunderous Assault for knockout.
Simple but effective game plan.
Indeed. The problem, though, is that I still need to take 2 prizes. And you're a smart cookie. The chances of you putting down a GX are quite low. Which means I'm still behind on the trade.
Yeah, you're going to have to find a way to prevent me from taking a knockout next turn, realistically.
Hmm.
I mean, it's possible, I suppose. It's not likely.
Don't like that energy you've put there, Jordan.
Oh, don't worry about it.
It means that you're thinking. It means you're evolving as a person.
Is that so?
Alright, here we go. Can I come up with literally anything to win this game?
I'm trying to think of what options you have. I mean, you could maybe just try and power up a PikaZek and hope that I don't have a Guzma, and doing 240 damage is quite a lot harder than doing 120. That's the best idea I can think of.
My game plan here is to do that.
It's not easy to do because it requires Thunder Mountain
It does.
and Energy Switch.
I think
But
I think I can get there. I just need to know. Oh, I don't really want to discard anything. I'm gonna get rid of this escape board. I don't think it's gonna come up.
I mean, obviously, it's quite possible that I can just have a Guzma for the game, but I can tell you right now, I don't currently have a Guzma. It would have to come from a Jirachi. So it's quite possible that this works.
Okay, what I'm gonna do. Here we go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get that and that because I 100% require. Because I mean, I know you've said that you don't have Guzma, but you might still have Guzma.
Well, I mean, while I'm holding a 7-card hand and I get to promote Jirachi and see another 5 cards.
Yeah, I think it's
quite likely.
I think it's better for me to do it this way, which just means that I need to gamble on having some things here, but that's okay. It's gonna be fine.
I feel like the hardest part for you to find this turn is the Thunder Mountain. So if you're holding that up, which you are, that makes it a lot easier. Do you have the Angie switch though? That's the big question.
This is the hard one.
So you're gonna have to get off or let loose.
So we're gonna see what happens.
I mean, even if you miss it, you can at least buy a turn or 2 with the PikaZek potentially.
Well, I've still got the Jirachi as well, right?
Yes, that's true. I forgot you hadn't used Jirachi.
Hopefully I get there. I did not get there. Okay, now what's the plan?
Oh.
I think the plan is still to just sit, right? I think I just sit there and buy a turn.
Yeah. Maybe even let the Lele take a hit.
No, I'll put the PikaZek there, because it doesn't matter. You either have the Guzma or you don't.
Well, I don't have the Guzma, but I actually have a different card, which I think is going to be just as good here. I've managed to find myself a Marshadow GX.
Oh boy, okay. Yep, no, this is trouble.
Energy.
Oh no, why would this happen? Why does this always happen to me?
But I just realised... Oh no, it doesn't matter, because I'm holding a Psychic, so I can use Viridian Forest to get rid of it. I had a little panic attack for a second there.
Oh dear, but that's alright. We did our very best, everyone. We had a red-hot crack. Jordan redeems himself from the match that he lost in Perth, so we can't complain about that. We got to see Henry's deck show off the reason why it won. It's amazing consistency, and yet again, I lose on stream.
Very exciting times.
I'm not happy about it, but
There's a lot of different attacks I can click right now to win the game.
Please click one like what could you click? Let's click.
Let's just do this one.
Click Energy Drive.
Although I've made that mistake.
You didn't click Energy Drive, Jordan. What are you doing? Oh, all right. Well, there you go. So that is our quick review of Perth Regionals. Congratulations to all of our top 8 competitors, especially to you, Jordan. Again, congratulations. How many points are you on now? Like 700 and something?
Yeah, 714.
Can't complain about that. Going for that day 2 invite. If you have enjoyed the 45-50 minutes of content that we've chucked up here, again, please give it a like or comment. Let us know how we can improve or what we can do to make this better for you. Go back and watch some of our other videos if you haven't been here before, and subscribe if you're keen to see more. Thanks very much, Jordan, for doing that. I know it's pretty late now in the afternoon, 11 PM at night, but hey, we've finished another video, another classic Sableye video.
Good times.
And now we can just kind of awkwardly amble out like we normally do. We just, forget about the fact that it's recording and just go about doing something else. Or maybe not. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming along. And we'll see you all hopefully next time for more with the Sableyes. We'll catch you around. Bye.